What is going on, guys? Jay here and welcome back to another Need for Speed Payback video. Now, it's been asked for a lot and a lot of people have wanted to see it, but we can finally show off some actual gameplay, some actual racing gameplay for you guys to look at and kind of discuss and get a bit of a idea of what the physics are actually like. Now, the physics in Need for Speed Payback is something that I was curious about for a long ass time, because physics are so important to a racing game. You know, it kind of means everything. If the car doesn't feel great, you're not really going to want to play it. But now that I've actually sat down and played, and now I know what the physics are like, I'm really happy to say that they have 100% been improved. All the issues from the past game are no longer present, and it seems like they've really kind of got it down to a T with how it kind of should feel, like arcade racers should feel. So let's kind of touch over grip racing for a minute, because that's something that not a lot of people did in 2015 because it wasn't very possible. In Need for Speed Payback, grip racing is possible. Now, as you can see in this footage, I have a very bad habit of just drifting everywhere and just getting the tail out instead of actually trying to corner properly. That's a habit. But when you get down to it, if you want to go around that corner without getting your back end out, you can. And that is something that was very important to me, and they have managed to pull it off. The car no longer feels like it gets locked into a slide and you can't get out. So for example, if you're going around the corner on Need for Speed 2015 and you want to then change quickly, it's possible, but there's also that one slight chance, well, most of the time, that you will just go into a barrier and it will kind of just mess you up. You'll go into the crash cam, whatnot. That's not here anymore. And that crash camera that you see with the cops, you can turn that off. There is an option where you can turn that off, so you don't have to watch that every time you take out a cop. So grip racing has returned to Need for Speed finally, and it is absolutely phenomenal. It feels great, it feels arcadey, and it feels like a Need for Speed game. If you want to get in a Ford GT like you see in now and weave through traffic at 200 plus miles an hour, you can do that. It's possible. You won't end up crashing out, and even if you do crash, it's not going to send your car into flips and you end up having to reset and you get put back. If you tap into a wall, it's not going to mess you up. You can recover quite quickly, and it's just really refreshing and great to have that back. Drifting is also improved with the whole revamp of the physics. It's much more enjoyable and it feels much more rewarding. You don't feel glued to the floor anymore. So weaving through traffic, sliding and stuff, it's not dangerous anymore. Well, it is, but you get what I'm saying. You're not going to crash into a car and then crash cam and get put back. If you hit something, then yeah, you hit them. It may slow you down, but it doesn't completely mess you up like it did in the last game. It is genuinely enjoyable, and they have really done a good job with improving the physics and answering to people's prayers. Now, moving on to off-road racing, which is something that I was interested in. Because there is absolutely no off-roading in the last game, I wasn't expecting to see it in Payback, but you can off-road quite a lot. There is a lot of area which is off-road, and that was kind of one of the things that reassured me before I actually got my hands on the game. If they have implemented off-roading, then that means they would have had to do something to the physics to make that work with off-roading. If the physics were the same, it wouldn't work off-road, it would be terrible. But it's actually very good and it's a lot of fun. One thing that I love that they've done is that they've made sure that you can't just go into a race spec car or a drift spec car and go off-road and be as fast as an off-road spec car. You have to be in an off-road spec car to have the advantage. And there are a few races in the game where you face someone in an off-road car and you're in a road car and you have to beat them on road and they have to beat you off-road, and vice versa. There are a few events like that, and I think that's really cool too. So off-roading is actually quite fun, and that's probably my least favorite aspect of a racing game across the board, but this genuinely surprised me how much fun I was having. But all in all, the physics have been massively improved. They're fun, they're solid, they're grounded, and that's something that I just really prayed for, and they have managed to pull it off. But that's all from me yapping and talking. I'm going to give you a chance to just watch the gameplay now. I'm going to give you a race that I did in my Honda S2000 with full volume, so you can get immersed and get a feel of the game. It shouldn't spoil the story or anything too much. I've tried to chop it up as much as possible, but I hope you guys enjoyed this little commentary and my little discussion about how the physics feel, and hopefully you guys stay around for some more Need for Speed Payback videos. Thank you for watching.
Thank think you can beat my crew, Güero?
Wasn't too hard the last time.
Órale!
Time to win this. Keep it up. Let's not do that again. I win again, La Katrina.